Welcome back to Fast Track. I'm Stephen George. This week in sports, we'll take a look at women's basketball stars that are heading to the pros, see what Boilers are heading to the NFL draft, and get a look at the football team without one of their key players. But first, Grand Prix week attracts hundreds of community members and alumni to Purdue's campus. Local law enforcement agencies are preparing for the influx of people. Laura Hoffman has more.
Purdue's Grand Prix is famous for its go-kart race, but oftentimes the wild parties get more attention. Last year, Indiana's excise police arrested 114 individuals during Grand Prix weekend. The Purdue and West Lafayette Police Department arrested dozens more. This year, they'll be at it again. Extra precautions will be taken by the West Lafayette Police Department. They will temporarily set up barricades on State Street on April 23rd until the 26th. The barricades will begin on Northwestern Avenue and last until Pierce Street. While the police departments hope arrests will decrease this year, they are still taking necessary measures to ensure festivities stay safe. For Fast Track News, I'm Laura Hoffman.
If the barricades are successful enough, the West Lafayette Police Department plans on keeping them permanently.
Two Boilermakers were drafted in the WNBA draft last week. One of those players was 6'4" center Danielle Campbell. She won't be traveling far because in the third round she was selected by the Indiana Fever. Campbell was a force down low for the Boilermakers, averaging 8.7 points and 7.3 rebounds. With the 13th overall pick in the 2009 WNBA draft, the LA Sparks selected Purdue forward Lindsey Wisdom Hilton. The 6'2" Illinois native averaged 13.3 points during her senior year as she helped the Boilermakers get within 2 possessions of the Final Four. Good luck to those Boilermakers in the pros.
In Purdue football, Justin Siller has been dismissed from the university for a violation of university academic policy. Head coach Danny Hope is unable to release details of Siller's violation because of the student-athlete privacy policy. Now, the only quarterback on the team with experience is senior Joey Elliott. He is now expected to be the frontrunner for starting quarterback position with the dismissal of Siller. Siller will either have to transfer to a Division II school and make up the credits he's losing to play next season, or transfer to another Division I school but sit out his junior year.
There are 3 former Purdue football players that will be hoping to get drafted in the NFL draft next week. Of the 3, defensive tackle Alex McGee is expected to get drafted the highest. He is currently projected a 3rd-round draft pick with a rising stock by the CBS Sports line. The 6'3", 298-pound lineman is considered to be the 7th best defensive tackle in the draft out of 160. One of the most surprising players in this year's draft is running back Corey Sheets. At 5'11", 208 pounds, the slightly undersized running back improved his draft projection to the 4th round with a good showing at the NFL Combine, where he ran a 4.3940. He finished his career with Purdue with a 3,341 yards, which is a number only Mike Alstott has bested. Finally, quarterback Curtis Painter is trying to get drafted as well. He was once considered a dark horse Heisman hopeful before his senior year, but a shaky final season has certainly hurt his draft stock. He is still considered the 13th best quarterback in the draft, but CBS Sportsline projects him to be drafted in the 7th and final round.
The Purdue women's golf team will host the 2009 Big Ten Women's Golf Championships at the Burke Boilermaker Golf Complex on April 24th to the 26th. This is the first time since 1999 that Purdue has hosted the Big Ten Championships. Come watch the Boilermakers defend their 2008 Big Ten title at 8 a.m. next Friday with free admission into the 72-hole tournament.
As Purdue gears up for football season, Boilermakers can expect to catch some prime time on TV. The Big Ten Conference announced Wednesday that the Boilermakers will host rival Notre Dame on September 26 in Ross-Ade Stadium, and the game will be televised by either ABC or ESPN. Kickoff time is set for 8 p.m.
The Purdue softball team finishes off a busy week as they welcome number 10 Northwestern to the varsity softball complex for the weekend. Saturday is Alumni Day, where all former Boilermakers players are honored and fans are encouraged to wear black. Senior Day and Home Run Derby Day are Sunday, where 7 seniors will be honored before the game, and fans can stick around afterwards to participate in the Home Run Derby after the game.
The Purdue Boilermakers capped off the 2008-2009 basketball season on Monday evening at the 87th Annual Purdue Men's Basketball Banquet. The banquet honored the team as a whole, as well as awarding individual members for their efforts. This year's seniors addressed nearly 300 family members and friends, and fans, while President Cordova also offered inspirational words. And now, here's a look at the weather forecast around the country.
Let's go ahead and take a look at what's happening across the nation this weekend. We see there's actually quite a bit of variety. We see on the west coast there's going to be a high pressure dominating most of that area, bringing nice sunny skies and warm temperatures out there. A little bit more in the central United States. We see there's going to be 2 low pressure systems that are going to be bringing precipitation in a lot of that area. Some cool temperature and possibly some snow chances on Saturday in the Colorado area. Down south, some storms possible in the Texas, Louisiana region. And a dying cold front up north that could bring some light showers to the Minnesota area. However, the Midwest will be dominated by high pressure, so a nice, pleasant Saturday for most of the East Coast. Moving into Sunday, however, things change a little bit. We see the low pressure system will push further east, bringing some storm chances to most of the East Coast later in the day on Sunday. Out west, though, it does remain nice and dry with a high pressure continuing to dominate the area. Sunny skies and warmer temperatures for the Colorado region. If you're doing local traveling this weekend, it's going to be a varied weekend. On Saturday, we'll be seeing temperatures in the mid into upper 60s for Indianapolis, Chicago, and Evansville. However, things change into Sunday as a cold front will push through, dropping the high temperatures and bringing a lot of rain and possibly some storm chances to Evansville. Taking a look, though, if you're staying here or if some of your friends or family are coming into town for Purdue Spring Fest, will be this weekend on Saturday and Sunday all over campus from 10 to 4. And Saturday should be a perfect day for Spring Fest with mostly sunny skies and highs at about 70. However, on Sunday, those showers will move in and dropping the high to about 63. So if you can make it out to Spring Fest, I'd recommend Saturday. For the Fast Track Weather Team, I'm Samantha Wild. We'll send it back to the studio.
Well, coming up, we'll take a look at Purdue Theater's new Shakespeare production as well as some talented Purdue dancers.
Plus, we'll find out what to do in severe weather situations from our weather team. Stick around.
Have some time to spare in between classes, then stop on by Purdue University Gallery and Stewart Center to view some of Purdue's most artistic works of art. March 9th to April 26th is the Urban Legends and Rural Myths exhibit. This exhibit features contemporary art that inspires new myths, imagined histories, and tall tales. Come visit the exhibit Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. or Sunday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. For more information on this exhibit, visit www.purdue.edu/galleries.